So today I wanted to talk to you about self confidence. I've talked about this before. Doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about it all the time. It's super important. So let's start out talking about the difference between self confidence and confidence. Okay, confidence is based on your belief system of what you've done in the past. Okay, self confidence is based on how you think about yourself. Okay, and there's four factors that we'll go over. So belief system about who you believe you are. And why it's important, you guys, self-confidence is the emotion of growth. Confidence, again, it's based on something that you've built up confidence for that you've done in the past. So, the example that my coach uses, and I really like this example too, is I'm pretty confident in my ability to pour a glass of water. I've done it before hundreds of times, thousands of times, hopefully. And I know how to do it. I'm very confident I can pour a glass of water, right? Even if it spills, it's not like, oh, I've lost my ability to pour a glass of water, right? Self-confidence is knowing that we can do something, that we have our own back. Okay. So, where would you put your confidence level on a scale of 1 to 10? One being very low and 10 being very high. And ask yourself, why do you believe that? Why did you rate it, whatever number that you rated it? And what would make it a 10? Okay. So, if I say, where you rate your self confidence, you're like, oh, my self confidence is an 8. And I say, "Why did you rate it that way?" You're like, "Well, I'm pretty confident. I've done this before. This is the job that I do, and I'm really confident in it. I'm confident in my abilities as a parent, all the things." That's just confidence. That's not self-confidence, right? That's your opinion on what you've done in the past. Your opinion of what you can do in the future is your self-confidence. That's why it's so important, right? It's the fuel for growth. First, self-confidence, your willingness to feel any emotion, okay? That will propel you into action. You're willing to feel any emotion. So let's say you are hired to speak for a crowd, okay? A crowd of people, you've never done it before. You're going to need to rely on your self confidence to do something for the very first time. Speaking to a large crowd, doing a Facebook Live, right? Maybe applying or going through an interview process, something like that, that you have never done before. You're going to have to rely on your self confidence. And if you're willing to feel any emotion, you're willing to fall on your face. Like literally, you trip on stage, fell, you're crying, maybe you're bleeding on stage. Wow, I'm going to bad, right? You fall down, right? And you feel humiliated. Like if you're willing to feel humiliated, this, I get on stage. Bringing you back to the fact that humiliation is also a feeling created by your thoughts. Okay. So the second thing, willingness to feel any emotion. The second thing is the ability to have your own back. So maybe you are unprepared and maybe you mess up, but you'll go into that situation knowing that should you mess up, it's okay. Should people maybe not like you, maybe you get booed off the stage, right? There's nothing you're unwilling to feel. You're willing to feel the humiliation or whatever, but also knowing that the worst feeling is the feeling that you create for yourself. So if you're willing to have your own back no matter what. So if your child was on a sports team and they missed a goal, you would comfort them, right? You would be there. You would be a soft place to land for your child. Be your own soft place to land for yourself. Willingness to feel any emotion, the ability to have your own back if you do mess up. Number 3 kind of goes along with that, your ability to manage your thoughts you have about yourself because we have them. We all, those thoughts pop up, right? Oh, you could never do this. You're not qualified. You looked so terrible up there. You did an awful job. Those thoughts are going to come. And if you have the ability to just manage those thoughts, okay, that will propel you forward. You think about it like you're going to do something for the first time, right? You've never done it and you're generating this self-confidence in order to do it. Perhaps you feel nervous. I want to offer to you that nervous is just a different flavor of excitement, okay? So if you can open up to feeling the nervousness, open up to it and breathe it in, feel the nervousness, and you can feel, if you can manage your thoughts, you can feel that nervousness just turn into excitement. And both of those are okay. Those are just simply emotions. And again, going along with this is number four, your ability to trust yourself, that you will not beat yourself up if you trip and fall, if you say words wrong, if you read something wrong, if the audience has a question that stumps you, maybe, or someone heckles you, you can rely on your confidence, on your self confidence, not to beat yourself up. Okay. Those are like the four pillars: willingness to feel any emotion, ability to have your own back, your ability to manage your thoughts about yourself, and then your ability to trust yourself no matter what. Think about success. Okay. If we need self confidence to fuel the actions to succeed at something. In school, we're taught that you succeed by succeeding. You take a quiz, you get an A. You take a test, you get an A. You're succeeding, you're succeeding. But the thing is, failure is the key to growth. So if you're building a business, we'll say, you have to have self-confidence to put yourself out there and know that you're going to fail over and over and over again. And it's a beautiful thing. Failure is the key to growth. Failure is the key to learning how to do things and how to do new things and how to grow your business, right? And when you reach your goal, so you set a goal and you're failing your way towards your goal, once you reach that goal and you look back, you'll realize I had no idea how I was going to reach that goal when I first started. But you had the self confidence to start taking the action steps that created your success. And your feeling of self-confidence is is created by your thoughts. So you need to decide what are good quality thoughts that I can think to create self-confidence within myself that will fuel all the actions I need to take in order to reach my goal. Keep doing, keep going, keep failing over and over and over again. Failing is so much fun. It is. 'It's this growth opportunity, this learning opportunity. Self-confidence propels us. So be willing to feel any emotion. Trust yourself. Have your own back. Because where you're going, if you want to grow and learn and change and build and create, where you're going, you've never been before. Self doubt is the opposite of self confidence. The reason that our brain will offer us all those thoughts of self doubt is because of the way we are wired, our motivational triad. We are created and wired to be part of a group. There's safety in a group, right? You think back to the cave days. If you were a part of a group, it was so much safer. I'm I'm kind of on a rewatch The Walking Dead kick lately. It just made me think of that. Like or to be in a group, right? So, self-doubt. So, when you put yourself out there, you risk the possibility of people judging you. And if they're judging you, then you're ostracized from the group and so on and so forth, and then you'll die. So, when you know that that's the reason those thoughts are there, they're there to protect you. You can explore them. You can ask yourself, is this thought true? right? You're not qualified. Is it true? How can you possibly know that it's true? And who would you be without that thought? What could you accomplish? It's all about self confidence. And I think it goes in hand with self love and some of that. It is the basis for every single thing we do. Right? Some people worry about arrogance. Self confidence is confidence in yourself, right? The four pillars that we talked about. It's not, I'm better than you. Arrogance is, I'm confident and I am better than you. Self confidence is, I have trust in myself. I'm not better than anyone else. I am willing to feel any emotion. I have my own back. I can manage the thoughts that I have about myself, the thoughts that are going to come up. Nothing's gone wrong when those feelings of or those thoughts of self-doubt come up. Nothing's gone wrong. Sometimes we panic. We get those thoughts. Something's gone wrong here. I shouldn't be having these thoughts. Or maybe these thoughts are keeping me safe. No, nothing's gone wrong. It's just a thought error, right? And then your ability to trust yourself no matter what. Trust yourself that you won't beat yourself up. Back to that analogy of like your child on a sports team. I guess there are some parents out there who might beat their kid up if they failed to make the goal. If that's your style, maybe you're used to beating yourself up and you think that helps you to succeed. And what you really need is self love, self compassion, and self confidence. So that is what I have for you today, self confidence, the difference between confidence and self confidence, why it's important. So confidence is you're confident in the past, things that you've done in the past. Self confidence, your ability to have confidence in yourself to do new things that you've never done before, right? Self confidence is the fuel for growth. That emotion, it's the F line right in the middle of the model, super important. So the difference in those two, why it matters, again, self confidence, the fuel for growth, the learning, all the things. Basically, don't be an asshole to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Have compassion. Have love for yourself. Right? Um, we don't have to beat ourselves up in order to live to our highest and best selves. Right? That comes with loving yourself and having confidence in yourself. So, okay, all right. Thanks. Thanks so much. You're probably catching this on the replay, so I appreciate it. Feel free to comment any questions, any thoughts, um, any introspection on where you are in your self confidence scale of 1 to 10. How are you feeling in your self confidence, and what would make it a 10? So, all right, y'all. I will see you next time. Bye bye.